Today is October 7th, and since past 2 days, I told you right after I had my dessert at night, these people started to give me this sore throat, and then it escalated to fever, and my sore throat even increased, in intensity, and maybe you can feel it from my voice. It's just gone worse and worse. So this time they really hit hard. I told you, and that the muffin that I ate, it was in the freezer, and it has been lying there for quite, I think, over a year now. But nothing happened because when I ate it, I didn't feel it was a stale. I didn't feel anything off about it, taste, smell, nothing. And in fact, I grilled it on the stove, and I did not even eat entire. I didn't even eat half of it. I just ate like a little bit, like 1/4 of it, I would say. And even before I ate, I had my doubts that these people might give me sore throat or something. I already had doubt. Why? Oh, because the muffin was in the Ziploc bag that was probably taken from their, drawer where their stuff is. I told you how I cook everything. My kitchen is separate because of these people's hygiene programming stuff. And so maybe they would now wanted to make, although I wiped down the outer surface of that Ziploc, of the freezer handle from which I took out, and then I washed my hands, and then first I emptied the muffin on a plate, then I washed my hands, and then I cut the muffin. You see, just for the one thing, how much I have to do all these disinfecting stuff, because here I'm taking precautions so that nothing happens. There's no much cross contamination, but here they obviously wanted to make issue about the inside of the bag or something, or maybe because I'd given 2-3 from them to my hubby before, but then he stopped eating. He wasn't eating. I just felt like eating it, so just a little bit of it, and still these people wanted to make issue about it. And they gave me this serious sore throat. Like I said, the muffin, there was nothing off about it. It wasn't stale. There's absolutely nothing bad about that. Okay. So I know it's all induced. Like I said, the moment my in-laws moved down with us, and I started to notice how they were not washing their hands, even after, touching the trash cans and taking out the trash, or even just washing with water, not even with soap. I had to keep telling them. Then I started noticing how my mother-in-law would touch her head or scalp or anywhere else. Like she'll go out, she'll just come back inside, like out in the sense, like in the patio or somewhere, come inside without washing hands, start touching everywhere. And all that was going on, I was noticing. So that, like I told you, the moment if I'm noticing all this, because these people are reading my mind, and they hone into everything, anything and everything. So they honed into that, and here they started to give me, the moment I would eat their leftover food, because I don't like to waste food, they will start giving me induced sore throat, induced mild fever. Everything used to be mild. It used to last for either few hours, or within 24 hours it would fade away. It was nothing of this extreme. In fact, in past 10 years that I've lived in this house, I've never had this kind of sore throat ever. This is extreme sore throat I'm having right now. I'm having even trouble speaking right now. So we know this was induced, and entire night, even when I used to get, be awake, I used to keep thinking that because of these people who moved with us, my in-laws, because they don't want to change their behavior of just washing their hands, and because I'm already dealing with these satanic people who are monitoring my every activity that I do in my life on some computer, and then they want to hone into that, I have to go through all these induced sore throats, induced fever the moment they entered my house. And that's why I have separate kitchen, separate everything. I have to cook everything separate. And before even I start to cook, I have to make sure that they are done with their lunch. I have to clean entire countertop. I have to disinfect the refrigerator. doors. I have to disinfect whatever I feel like, that needs to be disinfected. And then I have to wash my hands, and then I start cooking for my stuff. Oh, this is a normal thing. The moment I've come to my house, this has become a norm. And I cannot even have a 2 meal that I used to have in my life. A normal 2 meal, I can't have it because of them. And 1 meal that I have, sometimes it's 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, even when I have my first meal of the day. First meal in the sense like proper lunch, lunch, dinner, whatever you count. It's that one whole, so I try to have good amount as much as possible sometimes, but not every time it happens that I can cook everything, from lentils to vegetables to salad, all of this. At least I try, but not every time, like I said, it happens. So, and every single time I have to go cook something, and now they are giving me shooting needle pain in the navel again, when I just said that not every time it happens, okay? So I don't know, they wanted to make issue. So this is the first shooting needle pain in my navel of this day. You see how they always want to hone into anything that I speak? So I don't know, they wanted to make issue about the lentil, salad, or vegetable, something. There they wanted to make issue when I said those 3 words. You see how I have to go through. It was just one shooting needle pain they gave in my navel area, which is something new that they have started since past 2 days, or yesterday. No, since yesterday, sorry. This is something new that they've started since yesterday. Usually their shooting needle pains were always used to be on the right side of my abdomen or uterus or waist. So yeah, they have even taken away this normal 2-day meal from, that I used to have in my life. A normal Indian diet that I used to have. I don't even remember eating proper whole wheat, roti in my life ever since they moved down with us. Because I can't use all of that rolling pan and this and that to cook for myself. It's just too much of work, too much of space and all that. I have to make something real quick in that 1 hour time frame, window frame I have between 2 to 3 or 2 to 3:30, whatever, So not everything I can cook. And then again, I have to go wash those utensils. Then I have to wash their lunch utensils, and then I have their dinner utensils ready. So it's a lot of work for me. But at the same time, because of these people's behavior that they don't want to change, I have to suffer like this. And these people not realizing that all of these are induced fever. You can do it via black magic, via witchcraft. All these, chicken pox or all these fever. Because who knows? I mean, these jinn and demons, they just have to go do something, get these microorganisms or some kind of infectious thing from some other person and just put it in my body, And like I told you how they give swelling of the right side of my tongue ever since past October that they started. Every other day I used to have swelling of the right side of my tongue, the tip of the tongue on the right side. So anything on the right side, oh, don't cook that, don't eat that, don't cook that, don't eat that. Same BS that has been going on ever since the Jehovah's Witness started to come to my house. And the flying of the helicopters and the military airplanes and the sirens and the raving of the engines and all that. They've already damaged the right side of my eardrum by continuously pulling it, that now I'm hearing more and more these flapping sounds when I try to grate something, or even I move my head. I'm hearing this kind of flapping sound in the right side of my eardrum because they've damaged it from continuous pulling and the pain. And just because I was having this thought that because of these, my in-laws' behavior, and because of these people, how they give me induced all these, they gave me a razor sharp cut here, and always my camera acts up when I try to get a clear picture. It's a very tiny, but this is how they used to give me so many razor sharp cuts that I've showed you how they gave me the other day. Right here, it's still there. You see, that is the razor sharp cut this brown thing you see right there. I told you how, and you can see even that because I have to continuously keep washing my hands every single time I have to go there, or even use the Clorox wipes to clean everything, to disinfect everything, or else they will anyways. If because I don't want cross contamination in my kitchen area, because that's the whole purpose of separating everything to begin with. I don't cross contaminate. So I have to go through all these Clorox wipes and all that. Now you can see how my skin has started to become from the use of these wipes, from the more and more, use of soap and water. And I have to keep moisturizing my hands. However, this is a razor sharp cut that you see right here. Because I told you how I was sitting and watching TV, and I was watching Almas Jacob's video, and in the video he was saying that how these people are lying to the people when they say there ain't going to be any rapture. There is no the title of that movie was Nobody's Coming to Save You. So basically there is no savior, you'll have to save yourself. So Almas Jacob was saying that these people are lying, and now we have the raving of the engine going on. Again at this very sentence, that there is no savior, nobody's coming to save you. So basically they were denying there is no Jesus Christ. So Almas Jacob was saying that no, Jesus Christ will come, he will tackle all of this, so don't get deceived and all that. So anyways, at that dialogue of his, I started to feel this burning sensation in my index finger. And I told you anything on the index finger means, oh, I hate you, or that's not right, or that is incorrect, or no, like, along that lines. So either they wanted to tell me, oh, no, that's not right, or they wanted to tell me, we hate you, or something like that, because I'm from whatever, Jesus Christ bloodline. So that was a razor sharp cut, and I actually made that video of you can look up the finger cut, and there it was a fresh cut I showed you. And this is what I just noticed this morning when I got up. So this is more like F you, right? Anything on the middle finger is like whenever they want to say F you, they give me these razor sharp cuts. So that is another thing. Now they want to say F you because they took away my my enjoyment of having this proper meal in my life, or they took away this whatever my normal daily activity from me, or maybe I'm from Jesus Christ bloodline, as they have kept saying me so many times. Whatever it is, they wanted to tell me F you. And then while I was I was still in bed, I'm having this fever, sore throat, everything. And when I kind of got awake, when I was awake, I was thinking, I told you, I was continuously thinking about this muffin thing, like how the heck the muffin was so bad, so stale, that it just affected my sore throat. Because anything I eat, if there is a sore throat, then it's immediate of what I have just eaten before it. And the last thing of the day I ate was that muffin. And that too, like a little bit of it, 1/4 of that entire muffin. I didn't even eat the whole thing. And that too, I'd warmed it up, I'd grilled it. So you would think even if there are bacteria, it will die away. But like I said, I don't know what it was. They wanted to make such a fuss about that. Oh, it's not your muffin. It's them. It's their bag. It's all filled with microorganisms. Same honing. And so they gave me this induced sore throat, induced fever. And when I was thinking about all these, they actually gave me like a tee sound, like a high frequency or low pitch sound. I don't know what you call, but that kind of sound in my left side of my ear. Now anything on the left side means correct. So all they wanted to tell me was, yeah, right, we did this induced fever and sore throat. So it was like a confirmation. So they gave me that ear, like funny kind of sound for a few seconds, and then they stopped. Then there was a confirmation of a thought I was having about the induced fever, induced sore throat, just because I had that muffin. So yeah, this is what these people do. And I know that they absolutely hate people like us, right? Because they are the evil people. They are you can just watch pentaveret. I said so many times. You can see how evil, how filthy, disgusting they are. What all they do. They are the suicide cult. They tell you they are the suicide cult. They're into orgies and all kind of sexual stuff. FBI Ted Gunderson, how he said that, oh, we promote sex and drugs in the youth. So yeah, these are your FBI, CIA, doing the soul catcher, and at the end they show the same programming. Oh, we are here to catch souls, right? That is why CIA Robert Duncan goes to write a book of Soul Catcher, and that the pentaveret, that last episode, they show the same programming. It's same mind programming. Oh, our supercomputer needs a soul. We got to harvest a good soul. Okay, it's the same programming that they do with the knock at the cabin, devil in Ohio. We need a sacrifice. We need a chosen one. We need a pure soul. And that is why I heard that this Baal that they worship, in ancient times it required child sacrifices because they are the pure souls. And that is what, one of this person in India who's like a sage, who told me that you are such a pure soul that it's hard to find these kind of souls. And back then I had no clue. This was back in 2014-15, when Jehovah's Witnesses were coming to my house, when a lot of gang stalking was going on, a lot of cuts on my body was going on, a lot of weird insect activities in my house was going on. So back then I had no clue what the heck all this meant. I had no clue what witchcraft was. I had no clue what black magic was. I had no clue about this Illuminati, nothing. So yeah, well, it kind of now makes sense of why they're after my soul, because maybe it belongs to Jesus Christ's bloodline, or I'm kind of pure soul and they want some kind of sacrifice, like a willing sacrifice, become a willing sacrifice, right? That is what ex-FBI agent wrote on his website. The moment you will figure out that you are being targeted for, so that for your own death, that you must die, the moment you realize that, then if everything will become easy. Okay, and then he took that website down when I started to post about, all his videos on Twitter when these Maui wildfires happened. So August 20th onwards, I started to notice that his website isn't there. The cockroaches that were lurking in my sink area, they are gone. So, all this was part of witchcraft. And this severe sore throat, headache, fever that they've given, it's again a witchcraft. Because there's nothing wrong with the muffin, that's for sure.